Nation in the Horn of Africa, shaped by a vision for a brighter future. Born from a historic struggle for independence in 1991, it has embarked on an extraordinary journey towards sustainable development, driven by the principles of social justice and self-reliance.
I've been in Eritrea since June 2024. I must say that I'm quite impressed with the country's resilience and self-reliance. I believe that Eritrea's commitment and emphasis on national sovereignty and social cohesion offers meaningful lessons, not just for Africa, but for the rest of the world. The hospitality of the people of Eritrea and the natural richness of the country make this a meaningful assignment for me.
Central to Eritrea's development strategy is empowering its 3.6 million citizens to shape their own destinies. Through construction of about 800 dams since independence, access to water has surged and boosted agricultural productivity nationwide.
Eritrea did a lot of investment on the water sector, and for that water sector to be fully utilized now, improving the agricultural value chain to create employment, also create wealth, is very critical. So we see huge potential with the possibility of attracting investment, not only from the public sector but also from the private sector.
If you see water, sanitation and hygiene, there is an increase of availability and accessibility of water across the country. Whenever I do go out for field missions, I do see a lot of rural communities in very remote areas who do have access to clean water, and therefore a lot of water supply schemes have been constructed. But what's also interesting, most of these water facilities are fitted with solar systems, and they are climate resilient.
Drinking water availability has climbed from 72% in 2015 to 79% today, with urban areas achieving an impressive 95%. Eritrea's commitment to sustainability is evident in its ambitious reforestation programs. By planting trees and adopting sustainable land management practices, the nation is not only combating deforestation, but also boosting agricultural productivity and ensuring food security for its people.
When it comes to food security, there also we see progress. Between last year, 2023 and 2024, fish production has improved by nearly 70%. And this is a good deal for coastal communities.
Renewable energy is another cornerstone of Eritrea's development agenda. Solar photovoltaic energy systems are bringing electricity to off-grid communities, transforming lives and empowering local economies.
We are happy to see the commitment the government has taken on a number of issues that UNDP works with, including on energy transformation, environmental green energy, moving to more sustainable sources of energy, addressing the environmental challenges this country has, and also in terms of building capacity to future-proof the country. And we are seeing huge impacts on the ground in terms of access to water, access to energy, in terms of building resilience in the country. I am also particularly happy to see the commitment of the government on issues of green energy, climate resilience, and also gender equality. We are also seeing a lot of commitment by the people and the government for the development pathways.
Healthcare stands as a pillar of Eritrea's development efforts. The nation's progress in maternal and child health is remarkable, with prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS and expanded newborn care, reducing mortality rates.
In the area of health, we can see progress. This year, for example, we can report that 81% of all births in a country are now happening in health facilities. We can also report that almost 100% of all children under 2 in a country are fully immunized. These are major milestones in maternal and child health in a country.
The maternal mortality, you have made lots of decline compared with the 1990s in terms of the MDG achievement for the health sector. Now SDG achievement, you are making good progress.
If you look at also traditional harmful practices, the government has made a deliberate effort to eliminate FGM. And then you see a lot of communities and sub-Saharas who have already declared FGM free with the efforts both by the communities and also the government. I think what's really important is that we need to see that the young girl's body is not cut. And that is what's being done.
Over 700,000 women and children have been immunized through the expanded program for immunization to date.
We have seen in Eritrea immunization coverage that has become a model for most of the African member states. Amidst very tight or lean resources, Eritrea has managed to reach children in the most hard-to-reach areas using the most innovative approaches. We get on camels, we access the most inaccessible hinterlands or parts of the communities, making sure that every child gets a jab and making sure that no child is left behind in terms of immunization coverage. And so today, I think we are proud to say that Eritrea records one of the highest immunization coverage comparatively amongst African member states. This is something that, again, we are proud to be associated with. And it's not limited to immunization. In the HIV program, colleagues from the Global Fund will tell you that Eritrea is transcending from controlling infection to talking about elimination. And so these are important strides or achievements that I think can only be possible with the unwavering commitment of government and leadership as has been demonstrated by the Honorable Minister for Health.
Eritrea has made a significant progress again when it comes to social sectors and in line with the Sustainable Development Goals. For example, in health, Eritrea has made a big progress around the child health. And for example, 95% of the children under 5 are fully vaccinated. Then Eritrea tops in the region in terms of the child vaccination, which is very important because a lot of young lives can die if they do not receive such important disease-preventable vaccinations.
In an era of global health challenges, Eritrea has embraced innovation. A groundbreaking genomic sequencing initiative enhances the nation's capacity for epidemic surveillance, ensuring swift responses to infectious disease threats.
The genomic sequencing technology is rather one that is very strategic to emergency preparedness and response. All of us remember what we passed through during COVID, trying to sequence strains. And Eritrea has identified this as one of the critical technology it would like to acquire in terms of strengthening emergency preparedness and response capacities as dictated or as guided by the IHR. And so with support from WHO, Eritrea has been able to deploy this technology, putting its place as one of the few African countries that has this technology on ground. What it means is that the national lab in Eritrea is taking yet another bold step in terms of building capacity to detect all of the diseases of public health importance. This is an investment that we expect to begin to yield dividends in the nearest future. Before now, we had to ship samples to make diagnosis for certain diseases of public health concern. But with the activation of the PCR laboratory, which is the baseline for the genomic sequencing, we are seeing ourselves able to test locally some of the diseases that mean a lot in terms of public health disease outbreak.
Education is the cornerstone of Eritrea's future. By building schools, enhancing teacher training, and ensuring equitable access to quality learning, Eritrea is empowering its youth. Increased enrollment rates, particularly among girls, signify progress towards gender equality and inclusivity. Specialized schools cater to learners with disabilities, ensuring no one is left behind. Through strategic planning, Eritrea's ICT in Education program has made remarkable strides. ICT resources, including computers and solar power systems, have been deployed across schools. Teachers and education managers are being equipped with the knowledge and expertise needed to harness technology effectively.
If you look at education, the quality of education access, there is a huge improvement. And now you have more children who have access to school, to education. More teachers have been trained, more schools have been constructed, and more teaching and learning materials have been distributed. So we see a lot of progress made. Particularly what I'm impressed is about the equal numbers of boys and girls attending schools.
In the area of education, we also see progress. For example, enrollment and retention rate for young girls is improving. 85% of, more than 85% in fact, of girls now are reaching grade 5, right? Which wasn't the case in the past. This said, we still see some challenges or areas of improvement, right? When it comes to quality of learning, when it comes to infrastructure. We are working with the Ministry of Education and other national stakeholders to make sure that we invest in teaching materials, we invest in digital tools, and we have better outcomes for disadvantaged children.
Social welfare programs embody Eritrea's dedication to uplifting its most vulnerable citizens. From agricultural training to entrepreneurship development, these programs foster a culture of self-sufficiency, resilience, innovation, and social cohesion. By investing strategically in human capital, Eritrea is laying a solid foundation for long-term economic growth and sustainable development.
I have been here for the past almost 3 years now, and I'm always taken by the resilience of the people of Eritrea. So it is a hopeful time for the people. There are a lot of challenges that people are facing, but it's also people that meet these challenges with confidence and with resilience, as I say.
Infrastructure development is connecting communities like never before. New roads and increased transportation options accelerate development and enhance economic opportunities for all. Eritrea's multifaceted development journey aligns seamlessly with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. From clean water and affordable energy to gender equality and climate action, Eritrea's achievements highlight the interconnectedness of its efforts.
Eritrea has huge potential in its agriculture. Eritrea is very unique in its reliance of its own people and resources, and the spirit of self-reliance is absolutely something which many African countries are also emulating, given the fact that the financial landscape and aid has changed significantly. So what Eritrea has been doing is an inspiration for everybody. We see a bright future for the Eritrean agriculture sector.
Eritrea has made significant progress in social development. And some of the perfect examples include, you see now more children going to schools. And then, also you see a lot of children being vaccinated against the preventable diseases. You can also see a lot of people who are having access to essential health and nutrition services. Also, when I do my field missions outside Asmara, I usually see quite a lot of communities accessing to clean drinking water. All of these things is a part of the positive changes that I have experienced in my time in Eritrea. There are a lot more, but these are a few examples of what I have witnessed.
Yeah, I think the most interesting lesson coming to Eritrea is that of self-reliance, as you know, ingrained in the philosophy of the government of Eritrea, that of a state-driven development in every sector. Amidst the background of limited resources, Eritrea continues to strive with a strong sense of commitment and collaboration with partners on ground to meet their development needs. And this is something that is worthy of emulation.
One thing that particularly in a lot of African countries to need from Eritrea is self-reliance, because we do have a lot of resource. Africa is a resource-rich continent, and it has a huge young people. It's a young continent. So Eritrea can provide a lot of learning opportunities for those countries, because we do understand that the world is not going to be the same, and Africa needs to explore its own, resources, and must become more self-reliant over time. So these are areas, the policy option is the self-reliance, being independent as much as possible.
My aspiration and my confidence as well is that if Eritrea continues to progress in the trajectory, achieving the SDGs is only a matter of time. You may recall that Eritrea is one of the few countries that met our KPIs for the MDGs, and with the kind of synergy and collaboration I've seen with government, we are yet on course to achieving the health-related SDGs, just as we did during the MDGs. You can count on our continued collaboration and on our commitment in driving the health agenda, working, of course, closely with our most critical stakeholder, the Ministry of Health of the government of Eritrea.
On behalf of the entire UN family in Eritrea, I extend heartfelt congratulations to the government and the people of Eritrea on the 34th anniversary of independence. This is a moment to honor the spirit of reliance, the spirit of resilience that define Eritrea. As you celebrate more than 3 decades of national sovereignty and nation building, the United Nations stand with you, support your aspirations of peace, dignity, and sustainable development.
Firstly, allow me to congratulate the people and the government of Eritrea on your 34th Independence Day. UNDP has been a partner in the last 3 decades, engaging with the government, partnering with the government and other development partners to really fulfill the aspirations of the people of Eritrea. We hope that the future is brighter for Eritreans, and we hope that issues such as transforming to greener sources of energy are achieved in the near future.
Well, I'm very much hoping that Eritrea will continue to its path of development, growth and improvement. What's really interesting is that the government has already clear policy options, such as self-reliance. And as you can understand now, we do have a decline of overseas diplomatic assistance, and therefore majority of countries must be self-reliant. And this policy option is quite there already. And locally promoted diplomatic efforts are more sustainable. I would also, I see also, a lot of efforts by the government to continue on that path, and that's something commendable. And Eritrea should be proud of, because Eritrea is ahead of a number of other countries on that front. I think the country needs to continue with its own digitalization efforts, and also exploring opportunities for young people. So I think this is what they see the future needs to continue to happen.
We congratulate also the Independence Day. After 30-something years, Eritrea is making good progress. I think this is one occasion that we commemorate together and just validate what you are making is good. We are achieving what you are trying to, I think, aiming at. I think until the SDGs, you have only 5 years left. So I think we encourage you to continue the efforts and then try to achieve all the, I think, objective of the development goals, not only for UNFP mandate areas, but in terms of the UN, we are basically in the concept of the one UN. We are working together, sometimes jointly, but we are here to achieve, to support you in that sense.
Once again, I would like to congratulate on the Independence Day for all Eritreans. I know it has been a hard-won independence, and I think we really celebrate, and we are part of the celebration here. That is a key message. And then the second thing is about that UNICEF, as a UN agency, we are going to continue to support the government. We are going to reaffirm our commitment for children and working with the government. And once again, I truly appreciate our partnership with the government, and that's going to continue. So I hope a brighter future for Eritrea.
Oh yes, it's a joyous occasion for all of us. We wish the government of Eritrea a happy Independence Day commemoration. We wish that all of the aspirations of nationhood for Eritrea come to pass in our lifetime. We also want to take this opportunity to reaffirm our partnership with the government of Eritrea. Leaving no one behind is the mantra for health in Eritrea. This is in close alignment with WHO's agenda of universal health coverage. So Eritrea is really a partner we are proud of. And on this occasion, I want to say that I'm proud to be associated with the progress that's made so far, while we look forward to more interesting times ahead in delivering the dividends of health for the people of Eritrea.
Through resilience, determination, and innovation, Eritrea is overcoming challenges and laying the foundation for a prosperous, equitable, and sustainable future. Together, the people of Eritrea are turning aspirations into achievements, one step at a time.
شهر درطب حدا شيراب قرون